Going on YouTube, it's your boy Cooped. I'm cooped up right now. We got another reaction video for y'all today. Today we gonna be reacting to Larry Bird trash talk stories. Let's jump into the video.
In the last play, he says to James Worthy, he says, "You guys don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna go right over there in that corner." He said, "They're gonna set a screen for me. We're taking the ball out." He said, "I'm gonna curl right over," and he's telling us to play. He's telling us to play before they even take it out. He said, "I'm gonna go right over to that corner and I'm gonna catch it, I'm gonna shoot it, and I'm gonna tie the game or win the game, whatever the case may be." They take the ball out, and I think it was either Danny or
DJ,
the late great DJ.
Yeah.
Take the ball out, man curl right to the corner, caught the shot, shot a three, game over. It's like, are you effing kidding me?
I'm gonna say this real quick. I think some of the storytelling be exaggerated from these OGs. Obviously, the clip, it happened, but the things he said, Larry Bird said, could be false. Now, I'm not saying it is false, but I'm just saying sometimes it can be exaggerated. Second, in that situation, I think he playing mind games. I'm just going to let him go with what he said because he probably trying to trick us into baiting us into making the wrong read so he can get the shot. So when he did what he actually said, he probably like, damn, he really wasn't trying to trick us.
Shake his hand. I'm a rookie playing against the Boston Celtics in the Boston Garden. Go shake, and Larry put both hands behind his back. He wouldn't shake my hand. I said, okay, he's just getting into the game. First play of the game, he said, "You don't even belong in the league, Holmes," and he shoots a three. Now, I wasn't mad that he made the three, but I said, "There's something. This called me Holmes," and he came down and did it again. So I'm pissed, you know. So the next time down, see on the breakneck pitch, and I jump up and I throw it down on him, man. I mean, he fouls me. And he said, "Hey, Rook, I like you. You got heart." He said, "But I'm still getting 30 on your ass."
That probably was his welcome to the league moment.
That was the only time he ever talked trash to me because he respected me because he knew that I was going to keep coming. That really taught me something, you know. If you wasn't prepared to play against guys like that, you got embarrassed.
I always tell this story about Larry Bird. I remember him, he was cursing under his breath. And I asked him, I said, "Larry, what's going on with you?" He says, "You guys are being disrespectful to me." And I says, "What are you talking about?" He says, "You guys are putting a white guy on me." That's disrespectful. I can't remember who it was.
Somebody else told this same story, so I believe
He
this.
says, "It's disrespectful when y'all."
Who was it? Isaiah Thomas, I think it was.
I'm sitting there like, I'm laughing in the middle of a game.
Larry told Robert Reed he'd never stayed there. He should have stayed in preaching. That was funny. He had 50 points.
and you know Larry Bird ain't never played no great defense. He like sagging off a little bit. So he tell the guy, "You can't shoot. I'm not worrying about guard you." I said, "Man, shoot it in the face. Shoot it in the face."
Back in the day, you getting benched, you come down and shoot if you ain't the go-to guy.
And said, "Take a look at that." And Bird just came right back and hit three-pointers in a row, and just basically said to him, when we all heard it, that you're out of your league.
Or he'd say, "Danny, give me the ball," or "DJ, give me the ball. I got this guy in the torture chamber down here." Why the guy was standing right there listening to him say it.
The ball went to Larry, and Isaiah was all out of whack. He had the ball at three-point range. He goes, hey, who's guarding me?" Everybody looked around. He just stood there, held the ball, and Isaiah said, he ran out there and just shot it, three-pointer. Too late.
Was the originator of getting in your face and talking trash.
And then you sit there and you go, "This guy up in my face talking noise. He ain't that fast. He's slow."
But he knew how to aggravate you, agitate you enough to get you out of your game.
I was guarding him.
And it's crazy because some people just don't play well trash talking.
Stop me. And I looked at him and I said, "Gosh, boy, you're so confident. You're confident. You're a rookie. You don't know anything." He proceeded to score like 10 straight points on me. Coach took me out the game. He walks by and he's laughing at me.
Larry Bird catches the ball in the corner. I take off running out at Larry Bird. And right when he's getting ready to shoot, I jump. And as I go by, him, he tells me, he says, "Fly, Bird." And as I run by him, he shoots the ball straight to the nylon.
Larry Bird was a pain in the neck. Anytime we had a chance to win, Larry Bird changed that.
Imagine if they had mic'd up back in the days. Obviously, the world a little more sensitive, so some of the stuff they probably was saying back then can't be aired, you know what I'm saying? But that junk just would have been crazy to actually hear him say some of the stuff they probably said. Man, oh man.
There was a certain
confidence you had, because, you know, if you ever got in trouble, give the ball to Larry and get out of his way, and he delivered.
Double team and Bird. Larry, Frank.
That's crazy.
Had the
In
Bird
New
night.
Orleans.
That was a tough night, man. You know, the biggest argument that night
He was
is
guarding
he
him?
only scored 6 on me. You know?
But nobody was guarding Bird, were they?
Well, we were trying.
You were trying.
But when a guy is literally coming up the court, calling his shots, and, you know, Bird talked a lot of trash.
And that's in New Orleans.
That's in New Orleans. In that game, we're on the free throw line, and he's like, he literally says, left side, across the 3, and you're listening to him. That's a tough filler.
But, okay, so you guys got, Antoine Carr and Cliff Livingston got fined by Fratello, I think, for
And Eddie Johnson for celebrating
Bird.
Yeah, it was the best film session. Every time
So I reacted to the video of Bird highlights. I'm gonna leave a link in the description to the full video, but I was talking about that in the video, how they were reacting on the bench when he was going crazy. Like, I'm like, bro, they should get fined, bro.
when I see Mike, we still laugh. It was the greatest film session.
He had that corner shot.
Because back then you didn't have, you know, you watched the real game and just went, you know, with a video. And Mike rewound the celebration 20 times. He just kept not the shot. He just kept rewinding it, showing the guys. You remember they're giving each other high five.
And then somebody falls off the bench.
Yeah,
too,
that was Eddie Johnson.
Yeah,
that was Eddie Johnson.
Yeah.
Eddie Johnson falls off the bench in laughter, and Antoine Carr and Cliff gives each other a high five. And our film session was 20 minutes of that. So it was,
Yeah, I reacted to that.
I think Bird went by the bench one time too.
He fell in the bench.
Oh, he did.
And he called that one. That was the one where he fell in it. He literally said, off the glass into the trainer. And, yeah, and so it was a bad night.
That's crazy.
Got on the roll, started shooting the balls, every shot was going in.
Goodbye, she's gone.
I guess the 2-pointer was too close. When he ran by the bench, he goes, that's a heat check. Just see how hot I am. All right, he runs by Frank Layden, who's the funniest guy in the league. And Frank is coaching, and Larry says to him, hey, Frank, don't you have anybody on that bench can guard me? He goes, so nobody out here can. Frank looked down at the bench and goes, no.
He'll look at you like, hey, what you doing out here? You better call somebody else. I even heard him tell the coach, hey, look, coach, you better get somebody else out here to guard me because I'm killing this guy.
In last year's playoffs, Person was out to make Bird eat his words, while adding a few choice comments of his own.
Chuck Person, he definitely has his reputation. During the playoffs, he just went AWOL, you know, and he just went to work.
Chuck Person can talk some trash to Larry Bird now. He scored the last 16 points.
Damn.
Larry down low, breathing one another once again.
You can't trash talk Larry Bird while in Boston, bro. Come on, man. That's a no-no. You got to do it on your home court. At least you got better odds. You can get the fans to join in with you. You can't do that in Boston.
Yeah, it is a little special because I've known Chuck for a while and we always had run-ins, but it always seemed like I...
French Lick, Indiana.
Bird's ability to get the final word has made for many a magic moment. And this week, we relive a game when Larry was in rare form, and Xavier McDaniel was eager to lend an ear.
Tie game, 13 seconds to play. Celtics basketball, no shot clock.
They called timeout. He said, you know I'm going to get it. I said, I know I'm going to be waiting. And then the timeout, I'm going to go play, and I thought this was going to run. All right, once you get the ball, you go over here, and pass to Kevin, you go to the corner, and Robert, you come over. Then about that time, Larry steps in and says, Coach, why don't you just give me the ball and tell everybody to get out of the way.
Live, and Bird has the basketball. Look out. 2 seconds on the clock.
He read the double, too.
We need to leave 2 seconds on the clock. I fall back to the sideline like, damn.
Larry Bird just phenomenal the way that he will contribute in the clutch time.
Larry was complaining to the refs, and I was complaining to the refs.
And the next time down the court, he got in my face. I was up 38-6. That's how I summarize it.
You heard what Jordan said. A real man talk trash when he behind. All right, Larry. No, I'm joking.
Against a bunch of pros, including Larry Bird, and they were in the warm-ups. And a ball bounced down from the college end of the court to the pro end. And Michael Jordan went down to chase it. The ball happened to be picked up by Larry Bird. And Michael went up a few feet away from Larry Bird and held out his hands. And Bird took the ball and fired it back down the court over
He's son Jordan.
Jordan's head. As if to say, you're not only not getting this ball, I don't give a damn who you are. Larry Bird knows exactly who this guy is and what's going to happen in the next few years. And he wants to get every edge he can get right now.
I got a pulled hamstring, so I'm not playing tonight. He walks down to me. Man, I'm sorry you're not playing. But he said, I'm going to tell you what. Since you're here, I'm going to put a show on for you. So you just sit back and watch, okay? And I'm like, man, get out my face, man. I want to hear that. You know, that's Celtics and the Lakers. Every time he hit one, he look at me.
I remember we were playing Washington in Washington one night, and Larry just hit what would have been the game-winning shot. KC called timeout. Larry came back to the bench, and he was a little upset.
He looks at the bench and says, hey guys, when I come back after timeout, I'm going to go right to the same spot, and I'm going to kick it in.
He told Washington, I'm going to get the ball.
2 seconds left. The Bullets by 1. Aims to Bird. He gets a good shot in the Celtics corner. Boy, this is something else. Incredible.
All right, man. That's going to do it for the video, man. Larry Bird growing on me. He is growing on me the more I watch his highlights, the more I react. I already knew he was good based off the stories, and you see a little highlight there, here and there. But, man, dog, he definitely the coldest white boy to ever play. He fired, bro. Like, his trash talking, his confidence and everything. Like, I rock with Larry Bird, man. But, anyway, that's going to do it for the video, man. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know who I should react to next. Peace.